Hello, my name is Rahma Awaningtyas with student number 22014200053. In this occasion, I will explain about the dynamics of Western culture and Eastern culture, why they are often compared and contrasted, what are their main philosophies, and how to harmonize the Western culture and Eastern culture. Now, let's get started. First, I will talk about what Western culture is. According to study.com, most historians agree that the Western culture comes from the ancient Greeks. The Greeks were the first who built what we call the Western civilization. The Greeks developed the democracy, they enhanced the science, the philosophy, and then the architecture. And then the Greeks spread the Western civilization to the Europe. So, Western culture is a term that used to describe the social norms, traditions, belief, values, political system of the Western world that comes from the Europe. Example of the countries that use the Western culture is like the European countries like England, France, Germany, and many more. And then Australia, New Zealand, and the United States of America. The United States of America have thick Western culture because they used to colonize by the British, so they have the British culture in them. And then now I will talk about what Eastern culture is. According to IGIglobal.com, Eastern culture is a term that used to describe the heritage of the social norms, the political system, the beliefs, the values, the tradition of the Eastern world. The example of the Eastern world is Asian countries such as Indonesia and also Middle East countries. Now let's talk about why Western culture and Eastern culture are often compared and contrasted. They are often compared and contrasted because there are so many differences between the two cultures. So the differences it can shape how the people live their lives and also can determine how the people's behavior. So for example, in terms of the social behavior and also in communication style. In social behavior, people in the Western culture are more individualism and they also speak more straightforward and also assertive. For example, if they have a problem with someone, they will talk to the person straightforward and they are not afraid to create conflicts. They talk straightforward. It is different with the Eastern culture where the people of the Eastern culture are more indirect and they are not straightforward and they emphasize on togetherness, on social harmony, and they are scared to create conflicts. For example, if they have problem with someone, they will not talk straightforwardly. They will talk, have small talk first, and then not straightforward, and then because they are afraid to create conflicts. Okay, that's the differences in terms of the social behavior. And then in terms of the communication style, the Western cultured people, they have a direct communication and they usually not use honorifics when they talk to the older people or the people that have higher position than them. They usually only call the people by their name only. This is totally different with the people in the Eastern culture. When we, for example, in Indonesia, we usually use honorifics, and then, for example, when we talk to someone older than us or the people that have higher position than us, we use the honorifics. For example, we use pa, we use pu, and ka, and many more. So that's the difference in terms of the communication style. And then now I will talk about the main philosophies of both culture. In the Western culture, they are more emphasized on the monotheistic religions, especially Christianity. So they are more focused on the formalism and also the universal concept. Meanwhile, in the Eastern culture, there are so many religions, such as Hinduism, Buddhism, Islam, Shinto in Japan, and then Chinese folk religions, and many more. So that's the difference in terms of their philosophy. And then, how to create harmonies between Western culture and Eastern culture. Even though there are many differences between the both culture, like in their social behavior, their communication style, their beliefs, and many more, we have to respect each other culture. So the Western people must be respect to the Eastern culture, and the Eastern culture people must be respect to the Western culture people. So with that respect, we can create the cross-cultural understanding, and we can create harmony between the both culture. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.